Hello, my name is Alexandros Iliopoulos, and today I'm going to give a presentation about environmental sustainability. My presentation will be as follows. First, I'm going to introduce what environmental sustainability is. I'm going to present some current issues and the effects they have on the human society and on businesses. I'm going to provide an example company which focuses on environmental sustainability, and I'm going to wrap it up with my conclusion and my own opinion. First of all, what is sustainability? There is no clear definition what sustainability is, but according to the book Sustainable Businesses, Key Issues by Helen Kopnina and John Blewett, sustainability is the capacity to support, maintain, or endure. It can indicate both a goal and a process. So it is a never-ending, a closed-loop process which supports itself. And environmental sustainability, according to Herman Daly and his proposal in 1990, is that the rates of the renewable resources, which are harvested, pollution creation, and so on, and the non-renewable resources depletion that can be continued indefinitely, meaning that the rates of renewable resources are higher than the rates according to which we deplete them. The current environmental issues we have mostly is the climate change or the greenhouse effect, which is trapping gases like CO2 or methane and is heating up Earth. According to NASA's site for climate change in meaning is the change in the usual weather found in a place. The following 4 points are the most severe climate changes which are affecting us in the last years. First of all, global temperature has risen by 1 degree Celsius, and since 2010 we have had the 5 warmest years in the human history. Additional to the global temperature, ocean's temperature is rising by 0.5 degrees Celsius per year between the years 1993 and 2016. Because of the rising temperature of oceans and global temperature, we have a loss of ice sheets and glaciers. Greenland experiences 281 tons of ice loss per year, and Antarctica experiences 119 tons of ice loss per year. In Antarctica, this number tripled in the last decade. And because of the loss of ice sheets and glaciers, there is a rise in the sea levels. In the last 20 to 30 years, there has been approximately an increase of 20 centimeters in the sea level line. From the graph below, as you can see, the carbon dioxide levels in millions. We have never crossed the mark of 300 millions of carbon dioxide level, and currently in the history of humankind. But currently, the level is at 400 million. So we have exceeded the level for the first time in human history, and for with a very, very high margin. Why does humanity need it? We need mostly because of a loss of biodiversity. According to the book of Sustainable Businesses, Key Issues, and Jennifer McCaffrey's study, 19,000 species are threatened with extinction currently. Addition to that, in the next 40 to 50 years, the coral reefs are expected to disappear. The coral reef is a backbone of all the marine life in the world. Additionally, 1/4 of mammals and 2/5 of amphibians will disappear. This is according to the Jennifer McCaffrey study. And from the 1900s, around 500 animal species are already extinct and have disappeared from the world. This is a severe issue. Why do businesses need it? Businesses need it, well, environmental sustainability is a big issue now, and people and companies realize it. So public image and competitive edge is a huge point for all the companies. If they realize that they need to environmental sustainability and customers perceive it, they get competitive advantage. They decrease costs. If the companies are able to reduce their waste or transform their waste into something useful and put it back into the process of sustainability, they will automatically reduce their costs. And of course, natural resources are limited. According to Forbes and Harvard University research, both oil and gas are expected to run out in around the next 50 years. That is why they need to change it. A company which realized that environmental sustainability is needed is Siemens. According to Forbes in 2017 and Siemens' website, Siemens is the #1 company in environmental sustainability. Siemens' goal is to become carbon neutral by 2030. It wants to achieve this by these 4 following factors. Energy efficiency programs, meaning they will invest 100 million to energy efficiency at all its sites. Decentralized energy systems. They want to generate 10% of electricity on site, so every factory will have 10% electricity from its own, from solar panels or wind turbines. Reduced fleet emissions. They want to reduce 30% by 2020, and purchasing electricity from renewable resources. Half of the German sites of Siemens in use already use 100% green energy, and they want to expand to all its factories. My conclusion: environmental sustainability is needed for a bright future. The issues which I explained are arising every day, and until we change it, they will not stop out of their own. The world will do something to change it, like a global warming or ice age, but this will not be very prosperous for us. Companies, animals, and humans need to preserve the environment to survive. However, companies need to look at it from not only the human perspective, but also from the business perspective, to sustain their businesses. Me personally, I think environmental sustainability is a huge issue, and it needs to be taken a bigger look at.